It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 9 of The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the finale of Season 9 episode 16, and we're going to take a look at a very, very popular theory that's going around regarding the finale and a potential major reveal that we're going to get in the finale. Now, if you don't know what that theory is, I'm going to go through it very quickly, and then I'll kind of talk about some hints that we have putting more weight into this theory. Now, the theory itself is that we might potentially see a cliffhanger this episode where we have at the end on the radio a familiar voice, none other than Rick himself, Rick Grimes, revealing to us that he's alive, not to us, but to the characters. The audience already knows, but revealing to the characters that he's in fact alive. And we could potentially see something along the lines of, or hear something along the lines of, Rick saying, "This is Rick Grimes, I'm looking for my family," or something along those lines. Or, "If you hear me, please respond," or something along those lines. And we could potentially see Michonne there, Judith there, Eugene there, and everyone else listening to Rick on the radio and giving them hope that Rick is actually alive and he's out there. Now, this does a couple things. One, it brings Rick back into the story somehow, and that's exciting. Also, it makes it relevant, his departure, and it kind of brings everything full circle. And another thing is that it paves the road for Season 10. Because if you don't know, for Season 10, we do have a confirmation that it's going to be Danai Gurira, aka Michonne's final season. And she's going to be leaving, much like Maggie and Rick. But for Michonne, she's going to be making her way onto a Rick movie. Maybe the first one, maybe the second one, maybe the third one. Most likely the second or the third. And if we do hear Rick on the radio, it basically sets that story up perfectly and builds it up and makes it easy to kind of transition Michonne into a story of her trying to go out there to find Rick. And that's most likely how they're going to structure it, if this turns out to be true, this theory. Now, what I want to talk about on this video is that the Rick on the radio theory in 9/16 is actually very, very likely now. Aside from the fact that the radio has been a big thing this season. They've highlighted it many, many times. They've had Eugene working on the radio. They've showed him at the fair carrying an antenna. And they've had Eugene and Gabriel actively trying to contact people and trying to see what's out there using a radio. So they've kind of been hinting at that and building it up already. But the big hint that we have is actually something that was taken out straight from the opening minutes of the next episode. And it's actually the very first shot we see. The very first shot of the finale, 9/16, is this shot of a radio. It's a radio, and we have Ezekiel coming through from the radio talking about how the kingdom fell and what happened. Now, I will do a standalone video on the sneak peek itself and the breakdown of the sneak peek or the opening minutes, but the fact that we're seeing a radio, even though it doesn't have anything to do with Rick is not on there, he's not coming through, the only thing this has is a hint. It's a hint that this might be how they're going to end the episode to make everything go full circle. Where the theory comes in, where we have Rick coming on the radio saying, "This is Rick Grimes, is anyone out there?" Or, "I'm looking for my family." So I think this is a very solid hint or Easter egg at what might potentially be coming up at the end of the season. But I'm very interested to know everyone's opinions about this. What do you think about the Rick on the radio theory, and do you think it's going to happen? And also the fact that we do have a radio as the very first shot of the finale make it more plausible that we're going to see that theory come to life. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video. If you like what you see, press like, subscribe for more content, and press the bell button to receive notifications for daily uploads.